and the Beast, episode numero
4. I knew this time.
4 is a whore.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, Kiara, like,
1, 2, 3, 4.
4. Count me twice.
Hey, for both of your Instagrams?
Both my
Ho-us
Instagrams.
Ariel, Ho-us underscore Ariel.
No, you know what's funny? I use that joke a lot of times. Like, guys will be like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm with me and 3 of the hottest bitches. They're like, who you
myself,
with?
and I.
That's fucking hot. Come over. I'm like, oh, we coming over. They're like, what's their Instagram names? I said, me, myself, and I. They all crazy bitches. They'll all fuck you up.
Yo, hey.
laugh every
Welcome our
time.
guest. Welcome our
Kiara
guest,
Mia.
the lovely Kiara Mia.
I think it's funny.
I
don't think they
because
do.
you know that all those personalities are all.
Have you seen that meme? It's like, oh, you go try other bitches, but only other bitches are your other personalities. Like,
I haven't seen that one.
There was another one today that said,
I had to think about that one.
Oh shit! What was the one I read earlier? It was something about yeah, you know when you fight with your man over those other bitches that you made up on purpose.
Damn.
Yeah, you girls be making up so well, not all the time. I not all the
Oh,
time.
wait, don't take it there.
Yeah. Oh, they got.
I've never tripped over someone that really didn't exist.
Damn.
I don't know. I missed
Shots
that.
fired for somebody. There's
Yeah.
there's no alcohol in there. Oh, there is a little bit.
baby
Yeah,
shot.
cheers.
I missed that crazy bone. I don't get crazy.
You don't get crazy?
I don't get crazy.
Well, yeah, because you're usually you're hoeing off yourself. So
Because I'm the hoe.
yeah, you can't get
There's only
mad.
room for one hoe in the relationship, and it's
No,
me.
it really is true. I've never been in a relationship where there's 2 hoes. It's either one's the like, oh my god, I could change the hoe, and the other one's like, no, I am the hoe.
Oh, my favorite is when a guy's like, let me take you out. Why you Captain Save a Hoe? No. Then why the hello? My name's Ho-Ass Ariel. Why the fuck you want to take me out? Like, unless you ain't gonna share me with your friends, like it ain't happening.
Yeah, all the homies are now like, hey, go hook up with her. So she can fuck us later.
Tag them in.
Oh man. Ariel, how was your birthday this weekend?
Oh my gosh, Samuel. So I hate celebrating my birthday because it's right after the holidays. I'm burnt out. So
You were burnt out when I called you the other day.
Wait, on that note, we have plans Friday, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Her
like,
birthday ain't over
this
yet. Her birthday
birthday's
ain't
never
over yet.
ending, and it's all thanks to Sammy. Sammy like pushed me, like, now that we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that.
Come
And I
on,
was
man. We got a brand we got to
Woo,
push, baby.
This is
Yes.
true.
You know what I
I
mean?
feel
We
like
pushing some
my name
shit.
ain't gonna be Ho-Ass Ariel in a little bit. It's gonna be
No,
Grandma Ass Ariel.
I messaged her and I was like, it's your birthday? She's like, yeah. I was like,
So what are we doing?
I was like, what are we gonna do for your birthday? She's like, I don't want to bother nobody. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like
We better have 5 parties, 5 dinners, breakfast, brunch.
That's
Yeah.
really how I feel. I don't want to
vacation.
bother nobody. Like, I legit said that. I was
That-
like, I don't want you
you're
to feel
humble.
obligated.
I was like, oh my god, no. Okay, my pick a day. What? Sorry, this Friday, next Friday. She's like, next Friday. I'm like, okay, and we're doing dinner. I'm like, we'll set it up. We got it. It's your
Yeah,
birthday.
they legit like set it up for me.
Nice.
We're gonna go to dinner, then we're gonna go to the club, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh,
So, you know, I'm
okay.
like,
Yeah, 'cause she
warming up
posted
to,
it like what, a day before. It's my birthday tomorrow, and I was like, first of all, I got sensitive.
I should have hit you guys up because I'm the one that set it up. But sometimes, like, yo,
should
like,
be
yeah,
me.
she doesn't like. I thought she was hitting people up, and then she said she really didn't. So I was like, all right, cool. I guess you don't like your birthday. And shit.
I don't. Like, as much as I love attention, I don't always want it 100% on me. I want it to be a surprise for you guys. I decide to be getting attention today. Here's my tits. Like,
Yeah. Oh my God. Yo. So on Thursday we did Playhouse. She's like, all right, I have a flight in the morning. Don't let me drink. Like, I'm not gonna drink too much. I'm just gonna have maybe a glass of champagne. Fucking Jermaine gives her a fucking a
Moet
bottle
bottle.
of Moet, and then
I can't say no to Moet.
and then Jesse and them, they come and get some more Don Julio. Next thing you know, she's just fucking pounding Don Julio's.
I don't
Well,
know
you saw
who I
the
thought
video,
it
right?
not Ariel.
Yo, and then she's
That-
downing
no.
the fucking the champagne. Next thing you know, her tits are out, her booty, her dress. She already had a see-through fucking a dress on.
I didn't leave much to the imagination.
Yeah, like fucking like it was just all right here at the waist,
So it was like a belt.
Yeah.
basically.
She wasn't a dress anymore.
Oh my god.
Really pretty.
It us.
What was sparkly about?
Sorry, Molly, if
We
you
like-
watch this.
We like
Yeah.
sparkly.
Yo, Molly, the general manager that runs. She runs. She was so mad at me. She's like, Sammy, get her, tell her to put her shirt up. And then we posted some video. Take that fucking picture down. I was like, oh shit.
So don't tag us.
Oh my god.
You never hear that one. Don't tag me.
Yo, right? Like, yo.
Put
no.
it on her OnlyFans and keep it there.
They posted one today. They tagged you right before we got here. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, that's a good one. That's a good one.
They're like, it's so funny too. All like throughout the weekend, because this happened Thursday night. Today's Tuesday. All throughout the week, people are sending me, oh, here's a video. Here's a video. I'm like, oh, you guys are just stretching the shit out. Like, you could have hit me with this the day I was hungover so I could send my care. Like, now I'm over here like, fuck, what else did I do? It keeps haunting me.
But you know what? Honestly, no lie, like me being like the little BFF stalker, I was like, first of all, the fact that she didn't invite us the night before, remember? I was like, oh, I'd messaged her. Oh, if I'm not invited somewhere, I will message you. I was like, oh, it's your birthday? And you're having a party? I'm like, you didn't invite any of us. And she was like, I don't want to bother nobody. I was like, oh, so you know, like, I was like all in my feelings. She's like, okay, calm down, Kiara.
Yeah.
I
Calm
love
down.
it.
I was like, okay, well, we need to your birthday. But anyway, so the whole point, so that night too, I had saw her post, we're in traffic, there's a big accident. And I was like, that's your karma. 'Cause you didn't invite me.
Yo, we were in traffic for a
told
minute
her,
too.
no, I was like, we're going to Playhouse, and then we all
No, I knew that,
agreed,
yeah. I'm joking now, but I did see that.
I'm
And I
a
was like,
bitch.
That's almost like you got mad when
because you gave us a 3-hour notice. It was your party.
I did
And that's
not.
because I group messaged a whole bunch of us.
Hey, you do get mad. You do get mad. Like last time when we had
I
the
get sensitive.
yeah, when we had the podcast with her when I was doing my first one
Yes.
with her, Daisy, and
Bunny.
yeah.
He had my whole squad. Like my
That's
whole
literally
gang.
us
Like this
four.
is my little gang banging group.
Literally.
Literally.
We have H for hoe, 3 for threesome. Like we throw up the signs and they were all coming on this podcast but me. I didn't even get a text or a call, nothing. I was like, I saw the promo and I was like,
Damn. A shot's fired.
I'm not bothered. Yeah.
She shows up with a gun.
I was like, all right, why was I invited?
Yeah, and what was my response?
He said, you know why? You and your 3 personalities, you get a whole show to yourself. And I said, okay.
True.
Yeah.
I see your logic.
So here we are.
Yes.
And then I'm not even doing the podcast by myself no more, so I'm doing it with her. So
I know.
so it's even better.
So we're half.
Now you have 6 personalities and you.
Yeah. And you.
So,
And
so
you,
now it's
Sam.
like an orgy. It's not even a threesome anymore.
Man,
Yeah.
I'm mad that Ariel has a shirt on. Your tits are out. Well, shout out to Hollow Tips.
Hollow Tips. I had to rep my crew real quick.
Yo.
Oh, I didn't see that. Nice.
That's why.
Yeah, shout out to Nam, all the
check it
homies,
out.
the Hollow Tips.
What up, Nom?
No.
Yeah. So Ariel did
Yes.
some questionnaires on her.
I'm a page.
You're
Just
like,
for you,
yeah.
Kiara. Let's pull these
And
out.
you know what? Like the last few years, I've been trying to stay out of drama. So I've been like, I've been last year's not saying things about certain issues. But this year is my year of saying, you know what? Fuck everyone. I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to speak my
Yes.
mind. And I'm going to start speaking up.
I love it.
And if people don't like it, then y'all shouldn't be fucking me over. So all these questions, let's find out what the questions are.
It's so funny because I have this. I made this new friend recently, and she added me.
Wait,
on Instagram.
you're not even allowed to have any other friends. Just letting you know.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Hold on.
So she.
Who do you think she is?
Yeah, it's a
Tell
new
me
friend.
something.
Okay, she's more like my
Oh.
massage therapist, but we became friends.
Ooh.
So it kind of.
Hold on, I like. I watch too much. I watch too much fucking massage
wait.
porn.
No, I
Yo,
was like,
yo,
wait,
yo.
OnlyFans massage? Or
Yeah.
regular
No, a
massage?
real massage.
Does like they go in between the crack, like you know,
No,
all of a sudden
no.
playing with your booty hole, like yo, like you know,
She's
us guys.
professional. She's professional. So she's like, she
What's
didn't know
her
about my
Instagram?
Instagram.
What's her Instagram?
I honestly, I don't know. So she didn't know about my Instagram. She found it, and then she was like, "Where?" I don't even remember where I was going with this story now. Oh no, now I know.
You're not even drinking.
I'm like, wait, now I know. So she was like, she tells my sister because she comes over to my house to do the massages. So she tells my sister, your sister's fucking down. She gives no fucks. And I was like, laugh, because she was telling me about her man, and I was like, girl, this is what you got to do.
You know, I give massages too, just so you know.
Sammy.
Wait, I do too.
I'll take yours.
Like, yo, come on.
So she's telling my sister, Ariel's fucking down. She doesn't give no fuck. She's like, Ariel, do you got haters? And I was like, I don't have a lot that are like vocal. Like if they're my haters, they
You
don't
really
tell
don't.
me.
No.
Yeah, and she's like, you
People
know what?
just-
'Cause you don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of haters. You just have people that like, why is her name like that? Like, why does she consider herself like Hoas Ariel? I told you
Yeah.
I get those people, and I'm like, yo, you don't know
In the
her.
beginning, I had people like, you're not even a hoe. Why are you calling yourself that? I'm like, thanks, I think. Like,
But you don't know
Wait,
everything.
what is the
But,
definition of a hoe? At that
I,
point, right?
I always say is I do whatever the fuck I feel like doing. Like,
There we
that's
go.
what
Hey, I'm all looking for the definition of a hoe.
you gotta look it up.
Wait, no, you have to look at this Urban Dictionary.
It is. It literally says like
Oh.
a girl that gets paid to have sex, pretty much.
That's
like a prostitute.
prostitute, escort, as I like to consider when you charge a certain amount, it's called a courtesan.
Oh, there you go. Or sex
Hey,
worker.
bitch, who does it with everyone?
Accurate.
yeah. That's what a hoe is on the Urban Dictionary.
Oh, I love that. Dat hoe.
Yeah.
I love it.
That
Oh,
hoe Andy
man.
is busy giving her third blowjob today.
Damn.
And it's barely 10 a.m.
Ooh.
No lie. I've literally
She's like,
spent the
I've
night
done
with
that.
somebody, woke up, had sex, went home, slept. In the afternoon, met somebody for lunch date, hung out, had sex, went home, and literally had a date at night. And then at the end of the night, had sex with that person.
So,
I
four.
love
What's
it.
the most you've ever done?
Was it 4 or 3?
in a day?
But wait, not counting work though.
Yeah,
Like,
no, work
at
too.
your
We'll
own
work
leisure.
too.
I wanna
Okay,
say
yeah,
at
okay.
your
We'll
own
do
leisure.
first regular.
No, I think
'Cause work is work.
I can't
We were-
know. Like I can honestly say, I think there's a difference between being a hoe for pay
Yeah.
and a hoe out of personally enjoying it.
Yeah. No, for
Yeah.
sure. That's why we were last episode. We were talking about me and one of my old roommates. We would have to see
A
how many who could fuck the most in a day. And whatchamacallit.
Wait, can we do this sometime
do
this
Let's
week?
do it on our next content trip.
No, seriously.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
Yeah, I
We're
did.
gonna out. What's your number?
My
We're gonna
number
outnumber you.
was 4. She
I
did.
already outnumbered
Yeah,
you.
you already win. Yo, but
She's
she
on
did,
double
yo,
it.
she did 5.
Multiply by 2.
She did 5. And this was like in our younger like whatever days. And
Yeah.
whatchamacallit.
Mine too. No lie. Mine was in my 20s.
Yeah, like I don't know if I get hard enough for you for that much.
I can't. I'm
Sammy's like, I'm
tired
slowing
after
down.
one.
Yo, nigga need a nap. Hey, if I could get 4 naps in, we gonna do it.
I need a nap in between.
Yo.
15 minutes only,
Yeah,
right?
we need a 15-minute nap, baby. Wake me up in 15, baby.
He'll be ready to go.
Yo, what's the most you've had in a day?
Private or work?
Private. We'll do private first.
Shit. Honestly, it's crazy. I have to go back to my 20s, which I don't think I have very many brain cells left. Like my 20s, like I did a lot of drugs and drinking. So
Yeah.
She wasn't her.
there
all
is
the
a
way.
situation I'm thinking of.
that I recall.
Oh wait, was it with men or women though?
Ooh,
both.
dang.
'Cause, like,
well,
I-
I don't go. Mine was all women. All
Sure.
women, strictly women.
So you want us to believe?
Strictly
I can say at
women.
one time, like in my 20s, this is when I was a stripper. I wasn't even in the adult industry.
Wait, you were a stripper? I did not know this.
Yeah.
Yes, I started at
I knew
Nicolas.
Nicolas.
Oh,
20 years ago.
shit.
This is Nicolas 20 years ago.
Damn.
Like all new owners. Like it's crazy. Like
You never
it's-
danced at Sam's?
Sam's was not popping back then.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Sam's was the place to avoid.
No, yeah, no, it was like
Ooh.
Sam's didn't really, well, it's been
Bad
around
at.
for so long, but did not like the way we
Not
know
when
it
I
now.
danced.
Yeah.
Not when I danced. Yeah, no. But actually, all of downtown was frowned upon.
That's funny.
But 20 years ago, like it wasn't. What
Everybody
it
knows
looks
about
like today.
Nicolas, though. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, Nicolas, they know it's nasty over there.
But you know what? It was 20 years ago. We had honestly, it was maybe 20 strippers.
Oh, that's
Damn.
not a lot.
And half of them were white from LA, Beverly Hills, Westwood. And for some reason, there's just because it was so taboo that back then to even dance.
What was your song to dance to?
Santana, Black Magic Woman.
Yeah, I can picture that shit too. I could yo.
And back then, they would give us strippers the whole stage.
Yeah, for sure.
So it was one girl, the whole stage, and I got to pick 3 songs.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, I don't.
They do that at some strip clubs still too, but not obviously not.
Jumbos. Is that what it's called, Mija?
Oh yeah, Jumbos is no.
Jumbos does one girl per the stage.
Doesn't whatchamacallit do that too? What are those?
A lot of you can go up by yourself, like V Live. You can go up by yourself.
That's in LA.
No, they're not LA no more.
Now they're like cheetahs in Hollywood, but you can go up by
yourself.
yourself.
They do that by themselves.
But
like
it's
sometimes.
easier. Like now, it's kind of like the thing is not to be like on the stage or giving lap dance. The thing is like you have a section. It's more of like a club vibe now,
Right.
like Sam's.
Oh, so different. Like that's
It's
different.
evolved. It's like now it's like a music video. So you want to get a section. And
I actually think it's a little.
Did you do pole work?
No. Okay, so let me tell you why I picked slow songs. Okay. So they called me Tiger.
Oh, Tigre.
My name was Tiger.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage,
Once in a
Tigre.
while, I'll get a message. I'll be like, Tiger. And I'm like, oh, shit, bro.
You
like,
know me from back.
You're over 40 for sure, bro.
Yo, that's fucking
Usually I get like the
hilarious.
50 and 60 because I was, 20 years ago, I was like 22.
Dang.
So like, I'm 43. So for somebody to know my name, I'm like, oh shit. Like,
yeah.
that's a long ass motherfucking time
That's just
ago.
like today. I was at Costco today, and somebody called me Black Sam. I was like, "Oh, that's a high school name." And when somebody know me as Black Sam, I was like, "Oh."
And
for shit.
why were you called Black Sam?
Not because of my dick size.
He had some black armpits or something.
You blacked out a lot?
I don't know. Hey, what? Hey, Anthony, you're the one. You're my boy from high school.
Because you were dark?
I don't know why they call me Black Sam from high school.
Because there's 2 Sams and one.
Oh yeah. The Rat Sam. Hey, the Rat Sam and then Black Sam.
Which Sam? Sam, no.
Nah, Black Sam.
Oh, that's
Shit.
funny.
There was one that was a rat, and then there was me.
A rat? Like he was a snitch?
Yeah, he's a snitch.
Oh,
He's a
that's
cop
so
now. I'm not gonna say
funny.
not much. I'm not gonna say much at all no
That
more
says
before I
it
get.
all.
Yeah,
So back to my slow
back to
song
your story.
thing.
My bad. Tigre.
Okay, so back in the old school days when there was, cowboys and carriages when I danced.
Cowboys and Indians.
Cowboys and carriages. Yeah.
Honestly, girls did not do pole work back then. Now, I always found the white girls in the club were the ones that were kind of tattooed. So Nicolás, you might not really blend in well,
Yeah.
but they would still go and they had their own clientele. But honestly, like all I did was hold the pole and walk around once. I was more of a
You're a crawler.
a crawler and
You're
more
a-
of
and you're a crawler, and you and
I interacted with every single person on the front stage, and then I would try to like go into the crowd and always be like, get back on the stage.
yeah.
so I was
you
more-
were working.
I'm more sensual.
This is where I get mad at a lot of the girls at Sam's.
This is
They'll-
what Sammy told me when I started working at
Dude, I
Sam's.
was like, yo, when you're not at a table that there's like throwing money, dude, when there's songs, make eye contact with the dude.
I'm
like
telling
make
you,
that motherfucker fall in love with your ass.
I fuck you within 3 seconds
Yes.
of making eye
You
contact.
don't even gotta make a face because I use that still to this day. I'll be at a section and I'll be like dancing, and then I just turn back like just a little.
No, eye contact's
With all his
everything.
money,
Dude, eye contact. If you don't make eye
You gotta
contact,
do the eye
like some
contact.
these girls just want to fucking shake their ass, have the booty bounce, and then, no, make that eye contact. Well, I'll even tell some of the girls, hey, look him in the eye. Look him in the eye while you're doing that.
Yo, you're not even a girl because
Well, he
everything
knows what he
is
likes.
everything is we are the fantasy. We are the fantasy that a man wants to feel desired. They want to feel animalistic love. They want to feel connected. So the minute that I can fulfill that fantasy, that pocket is about to be drained like a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
It's gotten me a plenty of
Because
times.
I have to meet like, when you're coming in, like with any kind of company, like what is his need
yeah.
and how can I supply it? Is he coming in for his ego and pride? He wants to drop thousands. Cool. Maybe he might be a big rap artist.
One of my boys
Right?
says, I invited him out to the club the other night, and he goes, you know what? I think I want to feed my ego tonight.
Aw.
Yo, and he goes, in 2020, I'm gonna be honest. And we were laughing. He was like, in 2020, I'm gonna be honest, because that's really what it is. When I'm gonna go buy a bottle, I want to be seen by all the girls. I'm gonna go feed my
Exactly.
ego.
Yeah.
And that's exactly true. And that's what I feel like our job as performers or entertainers or as companions is to feed the fantasy of I'm into you.
Yeah.
You're fucking sexy. I'm connected to you. Actually, I want to see you outside of here. What's your number? Let's talk. You're different than the rest. You really are.
Yeah.
Like we're having a connection here. And and that's honestly, I'm getting paid as an actress.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and that's actually where it comes to, because at the end of the night, the girls that make the most money are the ones that convince somebody that, hey,
Oh man, I
you're
remember.
my dream man. You're gonna save me. Here I am.
I remember when I first started going to Sam's, I would go I would do a red cup, and then I would take all my money, my door money that I made that night, and then I'd go to Sam's after. We a bunch of us go after, and I spend all this shit, and then the next morning, fucking, I hit up my partners. Hey, you got my money from last night? They're like, bro, again? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, dog, we're gonna stop giving you this shit. And every week it was the same old shit, same old shit.
Kind of sounds like me.
Until I started working there, then I stopped spending money. It's like, yo, like I'm work here to fucking spend my money. You know what I'm saying? Now, all right, cool. My job now is to make sure everybody else spends money on you guys. But man, I was getting caught up in this fantasy. Like, yo, these bitches want me. They want Sammy Sam, baby.
How about like I am that girl? I'm the girl like that is doing that. But I swear to God, like once I come in as a client, shit you not. Like everyone, I'm like, somebody hold my fucking ATM card. Because I mean, I love women. I genuinely love women. So like I could pay all night long for a girl to grind on me. And I have no problem.
Okay, so you say grind on you. I know the way you girls like come is different. Have you ever came on a girl like on with a stripper, like with any clothes on without like, you know what I'm saying?
No, most of the girls that I ever came with at a strip club was because they actually were finger fucking me.
And you're taking them home. And you're taking them home.
Wait, so since we're on the subject, one of the questions was, what advice would you give your 20-year-old self?
Oh.
I know.
I did one of those.
I have no clue. I can't even remember myself.
Make this like some fucking psychological shit here.
I love that shit.
I'm trying to think back to my 20s.
We go serious. We go sexual.
Yeah.
We go everywhere here.
Oh, and guess what? I'm so emotionally vulnerable. I'll go wherever.
Yeah.
My heart
Same.
sends me, because you know what? I am who I am, and I'm a human evolving and being.
Same.
And I feel like when I am the most vulnerable, people relate to me. 20 years old, man, honestly, what I would have told Deanne at 21 years old is you are lovable.
Love it.
You are so worthy, and you are so loved, and you are protected. And you've been protected since you were 5.
Was that a hard time in your life?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Yeah. So for me to convince the 20-year-old Deanne, you're fucking incredible. You have a good fucking heart. Continue to fucking be you.
Yeah.
But learn to be a fucking bitch.
You are super nice.
Like, yeah, I feel like
you got to protect yourself.
I've got ran over so many times, and I'm learning today, like, yeah, motherfucker, like, try that now.
That's why you said today, like,
now.
yeah.
You know, and the 20-year-old Deanne was just, I felt like she was so hurt. She was just so hurt by everything in her life, because she didn't understand how she could love everybody so fucking much and everyone just hurt her back. So it's now being like, bitch, you safe. You're going to be fine.
Yeah.
You're okay. Just fucking keep being nice. Keep being loving. Keep being a real one, because I'm telling you, to this day, one thing I will say, the benefit of every time I've been real, every single one of my girlfriends I've had every single girlfriend I've ever had has been a lifetime friend. I have mirror reflected and manifested my mirror reflection in girlfriends. So to this day, like, I'm a girl's girl. I'm a girl's girl. Like, however I can help somebody, however I could, whatever I could fucking do it for a girl, I will do with all my fucking heart.
That's exactly
That's
what
why
I was gonna bring up. I met Deanna almost a year. Well, it's been a year now, and we went to Big Bear. First time I met her, and it was like she knew me her whole life, and she was like, "Oh, this is how you do OnlyFans," and like putting me on. And then one of the other girls there was saying something like, "Oh, I hate when bitches are in my DMs asking me how do I do this, how do I do that." Like, I figured that shit out on my own. I'm not giving anybody advice. And Deanne popped back at her with such positivity. And she was like, why? Like, wouldn't you want to have had somebody to have helped you? Like, wasn't it hard for you to figure it out on your own? And she's like, why can't you be that? And like, but like in such a positive way.
But it was probably because, obviously she did not have the help. But you know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't run into somebody like her.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
But I also feel sometimes women are so guarded.
Yeah.
So they assume, like, I mean, maybe they.
Well, there's so much money to be made in all, but I think
any industry. It don't mean whether you're you're a male or you're female. Entrepreneurship, period. Whether you're selling milk, bread, like everything is like everybody's like, oh my god, like I have to be the number one person. No, you don't. There's a law, like the law of supply and demand. Where you go into economics. Yes, I actually went to school. Everything is about what I have honestly learned is the more that I give and I help every girl around me, shit you not, like I have good luck.
Yeah.
My life really is filled with good luck.
Same.
Literally. Bad things happen. Yeah, but honestly, like I'm such an honest person, and because of my honesty, God has literally given me back. The universe has literally blessed me back 10 times.
Yeah.
So I try to tell other girls who maybe they didn't have a mom in their life, or maybe they had an abusive mom, and they have this idea that women are conniving, women can't be trusted.
Right.
And when I tell them, like, you don't realize, like, you have a one girl brand and you don't want to share nothing. But I have 50 girl fucking army. We're all going to do shout outs. We all going to promote each other. Like, we're all going to uplift each other. If we find out a tip, we're messaging all the other 49 girls.
Definitely.
So guess what? We're going to 5 times our money before you do, because you're so in your head. It's of selfishness. Like, no, it's about me. Fuck the world. Nobody's going to help me. No, people do when you believe in it.
Definitely.
So like that's a huge thing for me. It's like when girls like don't know something, like the other day too, like remember?
Yeah.
I was like, we were in a big group. We have a whole bunch of group, like different like our different group texts about OnlyFans, Snapchat, like all different kinds of stuff. Like when we find out like a new tip how to make new money. Like, like the other day, like I found these 4 new really cool apps that will design some fucking killer ass stories. That looks like an editor came and made them for you.
Yeah.
So I messaged all of them
randomly, like, "Hey, I found these new apps."
I'm like 4 new apps.
Throw me in that.
I'm like, yo, they'll change your whole story. Your whole storyline will be like, oh shit, she has an editor. Like, she has a social media brand running her shit.
Nice.
Like that's how fucking professional was. So of course, like, why would I not call my girls and put them on?
Always.
For sure.
Like, I want you guys to make money. Like I want to help you out. Like I want everyone to fucking win. Guess what? When everyone wins, maybe people will stop being miserable.
Yes.
Without a doubt. I love that.
Amen.
Yo, before we go on, like I've done this before, and I had to do this in front of 30,000 people. Write a letter to myself, to my 16-year-old self. Whew. It was in the church environment at the Microsoft Theater.
Yeah.
Man, it was like the most intense thing I've probably ever done. That's why I
got chills. I already know. I do that for my trainings.
I remember your trainings.
I do that for my trainings.
Everybody.
So when you said that, I was like, "Fuck!" I'm about to start crying, and guess what? I don't even give a fuck. I'm crying.
And yo, I'm a vulnerable person too. I've been through so much shit that I think a lot of people think because I'm a promoter. I live I'm not gonna lie. I live a good life.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm around.
Don't say lie. Own that shit.
Yo, no, I'm saying, like, I own it. But I'm saying like everybody thinks that because I'm around beautiful women and I party all the time. I'm around the best people in the world.
And
but,
he gets paid for this.
yeah,
Exactly.
right. But they think we don't have problems.
Oh, of course,
You know what I
of
mean?
course,
And
of
and
course.
it's like, yo, you,
Like-
you see what's and I try to be on my Instagram and I've been since my dad died. I try to show as much vulnerability as possible, like the good, the bad, and just so people know, like, yo, it's not always fucking,
course.
you know what I'm saying, the great shit, but behind doors, you don't know
Yeah.
what motherfuckers really be going through. You know what I'm saying? You just see what's really going on. But what I'm going back to is if you're listening to this, think about what you would tell your
Youngster
20-year-old self, your young self. What advice would you give yourself? Well, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of you have been through so much shit and you can't even. See, now I'm gonna cry. But we've been through so much shit.
There's a
that-
trigger.
that you're like,
trigger.
like you don't know, like you got to give yourself some credit for what you've been through and where you are at now.
I remember one
All
time.
right, I'm gonna take a shot now because I need that shit.
One time, Kiara flat out was like, somebody said something about being humble, and she's like, "No, like I'm gonna be proud. Like I'm not gonna, show
Humble
off.
and proud. Humble and proud
I'm
is
not
different.
cocky,
Yeah, she's like,
but
I'm not gonna
very
be confident.
confident.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I always say, I always celebrate all my wins.
Yeah.
And if
You
somebody
have
thinks
to.
I don't brag, I'm not like, oh fuck you.
Because
you
they
didn't
don't
do
know
what I
about the
did.
losses that
but
you
I
went
just
through.
say this is what I'm celebrating because I don't think So go ahead. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm going to
no,
the
that's,
topic.
No,
that's
no, you're
exactly
right.
what she. Yeah, I was getting at.
So like right now, so I literally just did a YouTube video a few days ago, right? And I was in front of, and usually my YouTube videos are done like in a professional environment. And my best friend, she's a hypnotherapist, she's been working with me the last year. And she said, why don't we do a YouTube video where people get to see Deanne, not Kiara Mia?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, because I've known her over like 12 years before I even got into porn. So she knows Deanne like at a very deep level, especially she just met hypnotherapy. So she said, she came to my home. She said, I'm going to find a place in your home that I think is very warm and inviting where you're going to feel comfortable. I was like, okay. So she set up like my little, my fireplace. And she put like sage and she put these beads and she put like my rug over it. And she's like, throw on the biggest hoodie you have, hide your body. I
Yeah.
want you to be you. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I was still trying to see where she was taking me. Somebody, like you said, when they tell you to write a letter, but you're not sure where they're taking you, but they're taking you somewhere. So I sat there and then she said, okay, the whole thing was, what are the top 3 things I did for 2020? And the number one thing, and she said, we're not going to pre-write this. Because usually my stuff's pre-written.
Yeah.
You're not going to study it. She goes, I want you to come from your heart and your spirit. What is the number one right now for 2020? What is the number one lesson or the number one action you can give everyone? And the first thing I said was, look back where you were at 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, a year ago. When's the last time you said, Deanne, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
Deanne, you made it through. Deanne, you're strong. Deanne, you got this. Deanne, I'm fucking proud of you. You are beautiful. You are amazing. And you are loved. And I said, that's the first thing I would tell people because people are so, I feel like, not so, I'm going to say for myself, I can be so caught up in my goals that I didn't get done that I forget about the 100 amazing miracles that happened last year.
Yeah.
And it's really about taking the time out, the mindfulness to say, hey, fuck it, from 10 years ago, I'm not up in that high anymore.
Yeah. And I think, but I think so many
Amen.
people get caught up. They get caught up in, all right, this didn't happen, but they forget.
Like, what did you get through?
Yes.
What did you get through? Like 10 years ago, what the fuck? Like, I was a drug addict 10 years ago.
Yeah, and same for a lot of people. A lot of people, maybe their marriage didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Their kids.
And you thought you were going to die. You thought, and you didn't.
You're alive, baby.
5 years ago, where were you at? Like, even 3 years ago, maybe like even a year ago from where I am today, like the this is stuff that wasn't on my vision board that happened for me.
Yeah.
You know, like everything just like blessings just came raining. And I feel like the first thing everybody needs to do for this year is say your name, right?
Talk
Ariel,
to yourself.
you've come so far. You are amazing. You are beautiful. You are strong. Like I'm proud. Like imagine just hugging yourself and saying, I'm proud of myself. And coming into 2020, just on that note, like, well, the fucking bitch, you fucking made it.
It was like, yo, the other day, I was doing my prayers for 2020, you know, just thanking God for everything. And then I was just like, I started crying, like, God, I'm still here. Like, I didn't think I was gonna be here for, you know what I'm saying, certain amount of time, different shit that I went through, you know what I'm saying, you know, certain situations, you know what I'm saying. I thought, you know, like, all right, I'm gonna drink myself to
death.
you know what I'm saying, sleep.
Yeah.
I ended up going 3 years sober because, you know what I'm saying. I know not a lot of people know the situation why I went sober, but I went sober for certain reasons, and yeah, I mean, I made it to 2020 where motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, we thought we was going to be with the, was it the Jetsons? We thought we was going to be flying and shit. Like, yo.
I say that all the time. Wait, I'm like waiting for
Yeah.
George Jetson, his wife.
Yeah, I just told my daughter about that.
Alroy.
Yeah, I was like, baby, we thought in 2020 we was going to be having
really did.
houses in the sky and everything.
Oh,
But
that's great.
I started thanking God. I was like, yo, like, I did not think I was going to be here this point. But thank you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we have our hard days. And I see so much on the internet of people thinking so much less of themselves.
And that breaks my heart.
Yes.
That truly breaks my heart. Like sometimes I'll see girls posting things, and if I see a girl be like, "Oh, no filter, I just look ugly as fuck. Don't mind me," that literally breaks my heart. Like literally, like,
Yeah.
And like it could be like a girl that I'm just following who maybe I admire, and like I'll DM her and I'll be like, "Wow," I'm like, it makes me sad for you to even think you're ugly. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, a lot of us are watching you from the outside, and the little words you're saying are impacting. I'm like, there's so many girls you can impact. Like, look in the mirror and say you love yourself. Like, and that's truly, honestly, how I feel like women should operate.
And I think it's so much the you know, nowadays the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, portray you. That's why I love when you girls post pictures without makeup. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mommy.
I never wear makeup.
No. Like, but I love when you guys do that because so many girls look up to you guys.
And they're like, oh, she can, then I can.
Exactly.
I've actually got a lot of messages where girls are like,
you look better. You look better with
like you never wear makeup. And I'm like, honestly, I mean, if it's not a shoot or, you know, it's not camera or something, like, I don't have to wear makeup. You know? Like, I mean, obviously I feel like I'm older where like I've learned that, you know, and what I think is a blessing is my daughter, Jasmine, like she doesn't even get her eyebrows waxed. And she's these like cute little hairy, gorgeous caterpillar eyebrows that like, I wish I didn't shave my fucking chola eyebrows 20 years ago. Cause then my eyebrows would look as dope as hers.
You know what? I get that all like people will like people I know, my sisters and their friends and stuff, they'll be like, hey, you know Jasmine Han? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, she never wears makeup.
Never.
And I'm like, yeah, when
she posts it all the time.
I was like, I've never seen her with makeup in person. And I was like, I've seen it in her photos that like some of her photos that she posts. And I'm like, that's not her. Like, I'm like, I have to look at it for a long time. Like, oh yeah, that's her. And I'm like, she's freaking, and I tell them to him, like, Deanne hardly wears makeup ever. Like they'll roll up to the club in sweats. And I'm like, that it's fucking dope. I love it. Like they don't ever feel obligated to, oh, I'm not ready, I can't go out. They're like, nah, you want to go to the club tonight?
If we're gonna, we're going, baby.
Yeah.
And I think that's how we should bring up all of our daughters.
Yeah.
You are beautiful just the way you are. Like my thing is like to her, I'm like, you should be able to walk into a room without hair and makeup done and be able to change the whole vibration of the room off of your personality,
your energy,
off of your laugh, your energy, your vibe.
Yeah.
Because the less intimidating, a girl like, if, you know, obviously my ass, my tits, my makeup, it can be intimidating for a lot of girls. When they meet me, they're like, oh my God, you're so nice.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then at that point, it's like, I really feel like my daughter embodies that in everything that I feel like I've ever taught her. She literally is like, well, we're up to Playhouse, cute little sweats on, maybe like a little, like her little bra top on, and then like tennies, and literally be shitting on bitches.
Yo,
Yeah.
all the
And
time.
not because her hair looks better or her makeup, but because she's smiling.
She's having a good
she's
time.
Having a
She's
good
being
time.
her.
She's being vibrant. She's being alive.
She's not faking
being
the funk.
positive. Like, and for
Hold on,
people-
and Jasmine, you're not always on your phone. Yeah, yo, you know when you go to the club, most of the girls just sitting there, they on their phone. Like, nah, you actually having fun too.
Actually, yeah, in the phone, yeah, in the club, she never really is. Yeah.
That's funny. Like, like it's one of those. My daughter is. Oh, she's going through the makeup phase right now, and I'm like, baby, you don't need that. You don't need that. But her auntie is Jessica Berciaga, so I catch her sometimes like looking at her page, and she's like, "Oh, she looks pretty," and I'm like, "All
But
right."
also, too, Jessica, she always has free makeup artists saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
can I do your makeup free?" Trust me, don't get me wrong. If I had a makeup artist every day coming to my
Oh
house
no,
for
but
free,
that,
I
but
might
hers,
have my makeup done every
hers
day.
ain't free though. I'm heard people ain't free. 'Cause I know her. I know her makeup
Oh.
artist. I know, but
Yeah.
she rose with her makeup. She's like you. She'll
Yeah.
only have her makeup done when
It's a
she's
shoot, something
just in a
important.
shoot
Yeah.
or she's going out on an event or whatever. But my daughter like sees it and she's like, "Oh my gosh, Auntie Jessica's so beautiful." And then of course, Auntie Jessica gives her a bag full of
Makeup.
just makeup.
glosses.
Like, oh yeah, everything.
Oh, I'm sure she has rooms full of
Yeah,
free
yeah.
stuff
So she
from
gave. She was like, Auntie Jessica, do
all
you
of
have
our.
it?
See,
Do you-
no, can I be friends with Jessica?
I know. Can she give it to me first, and then I'll give Harmony what I'm not gonna use?
bag.
Yo, Harmony's bag is like ridiculous.
Oh, I'm sure.
Harmony's got more makeup than us. Like the good shit too.
But like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like and it's funny because I had Harmony on my first podcast, the very first one, and I asked her questions and stuff. And Jessica was like, yo, you guys would be cool. It would be dope if you asked her more questions on like, all right, like, some of Daddy's friends, which, her included, like, how do you feel about, you know what I'm saying? Like seeing,
Right.
like seeing me. And I was like, yo, that would be dope if you asked her that.
Yeah.
Because, you know what I'm saying? Her seeing your page, her seeing how you are, how does it make
influence?
her feel? Because it would help a lot of little girls and other girls see, like, you know what I'm saying? How do kids really feel?
Yeah.
So since we're on that topic, another number one question I got from followers was questions about Jazzy. And like, not just, I have a daughter too. So they were like, oh, how do you and Kiara feel with, everything you guys post, what's out there on the internet with your daughter seeing it, like how it's going to affect them. And we've had this conversation. I've had this conversation with Jazzy too.
Right. I don't know. Should we bring Jazzy over here for this?
I know, right? She's a no. I had when I first started hanging out with everyone, I was in the car alone with Jazzy. Like we were all going somewhere. She hopped in the car with me, and we kind of got into it, like deep conversation in this like 10-minute car drive.
Oh, Jasmine's deep.
And Jasmine's so
Jasmine's
deep. And she was like, I was just like, I want to tell you I admire you and your mother. And I was new to the industry. I was like, I questioned myself because I have a daughter and she's older. And Jesse's like, I love my mom. Like, I'm so proud of my mom. And like, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry now. And I was like, damn, Jazzy, like you gave me so much reassurance right now. And somebody had asked me like, oh, what would you do if your daughter went into the industry? And I would get so mad at that. And my first response was like, no, I'm doing it so she doesn't have to. But then I thought about it and I was like, I have to put myself in my parents' perspective because my parents know. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to support my daughter no matter what. Whatever she wants to do. If she wants to be a freaking plumber, then she better be the best freaking plumber there is. And I think like we've had this conversation where it's like, we don't, sit here and like, oh, I hate what I do. But it's like we're doing it for our children like any other parent does. Yeah. So it's like I think any parent's goal is to always make your child better than yourself.
It's funny you said that. My dad. So I grew up Christian home, like all that, and obviously what I do is prohibited. My family looks a little bit down on me for the clubs and all that stuff. And my grandpa, everybody, pastors, uncles, pastors, and all that stuff. So my dad, like, he told me, he goes, I don't agree with what you do, but you're my son, and I'm gonna love you no matter what. So if you're gonna go do it big.
Oh, I love it.
I'm gonna cry again.
I'm gonna cry. This is an emotional episode.
Yo, emotional episode. Shit. I thought it was gonna be something different. Like, yo.
But you know what I'm loving is because I feel like we all have people watching over us right now.
Yeah.
And I feel like we just passed on the holidays. A lot of people lost people in the holidays.
My dad died January 2nd, 2011 or 2009.
So yeah,
So
right after the holidays.
literally just.
So I feel like because you're influential, she's influential, I'm influential. Like I feel like everyone's past loved ones are coming in to give a message because honestly, every one of our shows is impacting every single person watching. So there's somebody who's watching this right now that needed to hear what you said.
For sure.
What you said, what I said.
They probably thought they was coming in here to hear some nasty shit.
Yeah.
Yo, you can hear the nasty shit, but yo, hey, you also
Now
gonna
we're
be in the
all
car
crying
like
and
shit. Yo, what the fuck? I didn't know they're crying this motherfucker.
Yes. So I'm gonna answer that. And I just went off the other day on a little rant on Instagram. Is Kiara Mia, the porn star at work, is not Kiara Mia, the mom, the big sister to my brother, you know, the cousin to my cousins.
Your mom, your parents, they all support you.
I've
seen.
Can I tell the story? Can I tell the story?
Absolutely.
Okay, so there was a time Jasmine was I think 15, 16. And okay, everybody, just know when you have a child and it's a daughter, from the age 15 to 18, y'all gonna go through a period where this child
I'm not looking forward to this shit.
to challenge you on every level. And I'm saying that only because I have 3 good friends right now whose daughters are in the between ages, who before that were mama's girls or daddy's girls. And right now they've all hit me up recently like, I'm gonna choke her. Like, I'm gonna lock her in their fucking bathroom, let her out. But what I experienced is everyone told me the same thing. When they were women, they said, I rebelled against my mom and parents from, 16 to 19, whatever, 18, whatever it is. And they said, it's just a period you gotta let them go through. Okay, so fast forward, Jasmine. So when I got into the industry, I obviously didn't share it with her.
How old was she when you got in the industry?
I'm going to say 16 years old. So I didn't get in the industry until I was 32.
Huh.
And before that, I was in a long-term relationship, so I was actually just doing massage therapy. And before that, I was a stripper. But which things, she was so little, she wouldn't have never known. And it wasn't until like I'd happened to leave my laptop up on a website that had some stuff on that she shouldn't have saw. And I ended up leaving in the morning thinking I was going to come back on time. But she came home before I did and saw it. So we had a little industry. But anyways, so she wasn't even mad about what I did. She was mad because she said, you promised me we'd never have secrets.
Yeah.
That hurt me.
that hurts.
Me.
Hey, that hurts even more.
Damn.
And
to disappoint yourself.
Yeah, and I just felt like, it kind of felt like at the age 14, 15, and 16, like she's raised with my parents who are born again Christians. Like, I felt like she was going to be judgmental. And I figured at that age, like, how would she even know what's right or wrong?
Yeah.
So I figured when she gets a little older, maybe, which is my mistake. Because she was raised before that because me and her dad owned like a stripper company. Yeah. Which she knew about. But as I got older.
Wait, what stripper company?
It was called Metro Entertainment. We had like the biggest stripper company.
Like mobile stripper?
17 years ago.
Damn, no, I don't remember.
Yeah, we used to do bachelor parties, private parties, birthday parties, telegrams.
Damn.
We were the top 3rd company in all of Los Angeles County.
I just remember what was fucking
well, then you don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
So it ended up happening anyways, and I remember she was so angry, right? And then there was a time where she was challenging me, and I was like, what happened to this little cute girl? Like, so anyways, fast forward real quick. We got into a big argument. I called my mom. I was like, come get my daughter. Get her out of here. Like, I'm done. I can't handle this. And then she goes, why, Mija? What happened? And I was like,
ooh, now you got to tell her.
I didn't think that far.
Yeah. Oh, man.
She got stuck in a sticky
And mind you, like,
situation.
it's crazy because I come from a Mexican family. And Mexican families, we don't talk about things. We don't talk about our past. We don't talk about bad things, nor do we talk about taboo things or talk. Period. Just family personally, we acted like nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
We would wake up in the morning like everybody back to the normal rows.
Yeah.
So hence, she was like, okay, tomorrow after school, me and your dad are gonna show. I was like, my dad's coming? That's the last one to talk about anything.
Right.
Like he was always like just in his own world. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh shit. So they're coming over and I'm thinking, fuck, of course she's gonna say like, cause she'd found out what I was doing.
Yeah.
So that was the core issue of what we're fighting about. And we're sitting on the couch like this, right? And so she sits here, Jasmine. My mom sits here. My dad sits on the little side couch. I'm on the floor, like huddled and like,
She knew she was gonna get attacked.
like, holy fuck! Like they're gonna throw the Bible at me. They're gonna get some like holy water. But it's interesting because mind you, my dad's like an ex-drug addict as well.
Yeah.
So my dad's not a pendejo. And Jasmine's like on a rant, she's angry, and she's like, "What's going on?" And she's like, "You know what my mom does? She's been lying." Shh. And literally, my dad hushes her, and goes, "Jasmine, do you know what family means? Family means we don't have to agree with anyone's choices, but we have their back no matter what." And I literally was like,
I'm like, Dad, can you slap me instead?
like, shit, you not like I had tears coming down my eyes. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Like, I've never felt so loved. So obviously, my letters to my dad would all be to my dad.
Yeah.
My 5-year-old me would have been a letter to my dad. My 10-year-old me, letter to my dad.
Yeah.
My 15-year-old me would have been a letter to my dad. So for him to have my back was like, wow. It was like that moment where you're just like,
So like,
damn, dad does love me.
Yeah.
And he literally, and Jasmine was like, what? Right? And he goes, and she goes, well, you don't know what she does for a living. And he was like, shh. And he goes, like in the World War I or II, he's like, you know what women had to do for a living because all their men were out fighting war? He's like, they had to do things they probably didn't want to do.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're in a situation right now where maybe your dad's not around at the moment. There's no other financial situations. Like, unfortunately, me and your mom can't help out.
Yeah.
So your mom's going to do what she has to do. He goes, our job as a family is we're going to have her back.
Damn.
And I literally was like,
You're floored.
whoa. And now I'm thinking, holy fuck, my mom's going to throw the chunk at me across the room right now. Like,
Right?
I'm
Yeah.
in trouble. And literally, like, and trust me, my mom, like, of all people. And then my mom, obviously, her eyes were watering. She found out things she didn't want to hear.
Yeah.
They think of the worst.
And then she just said, and she looked me in the eye because a lot of things we have, we had our own issues with that she said never happened
Yeah.
growing up. And she looked me in the eyes and she told Jasmine, you know what? Your mom forgave me
Huh.
for a lot of decisions that I made as a mom that were not perfect.
Yeah.
So the decisions she chooses to make today, I'm not going to judge her.
Wow.
And I was
That's
like,
big. That's it.
I was like a baby, like crying, and then Jasmine was just like, like
Yeah.
she was young, you know what I mean? Like, but the point of it was, to me, that was like a defining moment that my dad actually, I had made up this story as a little girl, like my dad never loved me,
Yeah.
that he never cared or had my back, and in like this instant, he was like the number one person who stood up for me.
For sure.
And then my mom chimed in. Like, I was thinking my mom's about to love. No, she's gonna smack me after him.
it's like
But she didn't.
yeah, when my dad told me that, obviously I knew my dad loved me, like, you know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Like, but because of our background, you know what I'm saying? And, his dad and pastors and, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're huge. And even my family now. So when he told me that, like, I was like, all right, fuck that shit. I'm going to go make this shit big. I'm going to do it big. Yo.
It is, right?
Hey, and here I am now.
And literally today, like my parents know what I do. We don't talk about it. The Jasmine knows what I do, but I feel like, I don't bring it home.
Yeah.
Like I'm Deanna at home. I cook. I clean.
I
don't
say that
clean
all the time,
No
too.
lie, I don't clean. We hire people to clean.
She was like,
but am
ain't
I
nobody-
organized? Yeah. Do I, if I can't, I can.
I feel like if you're a police officer or a firefighter, like, you don't come home and tell your children all the details. Like, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I reported to a call today where there was a murder. Like, you don't say those things. You protect your children.
Yeah.
So your job isn't a lot different than my job. Like, my parents or my kids will be like, "Hey, how was work last night?" "Oh, it was a lot of fun." Like, I don't be like, "Oh, someone grabbed my titty." Like,
Fucking Sammy Sam.
it was Sammy. So I'm just, and it's funny too because I have similar stories with my parents. When I was 16 and pregnant, I thought my dad was gonna throw me across the room like a rag doll, and he made me. It was the worst 10 seconds of my life.
10 seconds is a long fucking time in
It
silence.
felt like 10 years.
God.
Should I run?
No.
Should I take cover?
You know what he did? I'm like, "Daddy, can I talk to you?" And he's like, "Okay." And he was like in his room doing something, and he's like, "Oh, you need me to," like, he realized it's serious because I'm like quiet. And he's like, "Oh, let's sit down." So we sit at the edge of his bed, and he's like staring at me, and then he's staring at my stomach, and then he's staring at me. And I'm like, "Oh, he's gonna make me say it." And so I don't remember exactly how it went down, but I remember I was crying, and he knew, and I had to say I'm pregnant for him to have his full reaction. So he's just quiet, like staring at me in my face, and I'm crying, and I'm like, "Oh my God, he's gonna slap me now. He's gonna slap me." And he, motherfucker, had the audacity to put his arm around me. And tell
God
me,
forbid he be a dad.
Yeah.
fuck him. No kidding. He puts his arm around me and he's like, "You're my baby girl and I'm always going to take care of you." And he said, "And if I have to take care of this baby too, that's what I'm going to do." He said, "I'm your dad first."
Oh man.
I was like,
Yo.
"So can you slap me now?"
Yo, for sure. Yo, I got a dad story, but check your phone. But whatchamacallit, my dad, he first found out I was in high school. I just tried smoking weed. It was not football season, so we would have practice, but like some days we didn't, some days
And
we
weed
did.
back then was nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing compared to this shit today.
Oh my god.
Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
smoke
yeah.
weed. Like,
It's, like,
I
way more
had,
potent
like, a few
now.
little like puffs
But
back
again,
20 years ago.
But
and-
again, I was a church guy, and I never partied, and I never done anything.
Well, hold on. Same thing. Up until the time I got pregnant, I had my own youth group Bible study at my house. I went to youth group every Wednesday.
Yeah, yeah.
Every Friday we used to go fellowship. Like, I was heavily a Pentecostal born again Christian, where we spoke in tongues and laid hands on people and
so
prayed.
so we grew up the same. I grew
Yes.
up apostolic.
And
I
when
grew up
got-
apostolic, so it's the same.
And when I got pregnant, the church asked me not to come back.
Ooh.
Because I was such a part of it and ran it. They said, "You're not a good influence for the
Oh,
girls."
we're gonna talk. We're
in
gonna
your
talk
Bible
after because
study.
I got a good. It's like I told you yesterday that I golfed yesterday with my pastor and his brother, who is like they're like the biggest Christian artist of all time. But the way they accepted me and because what I'm saying was amazing, made me feel like just any other person. Like and even they even asked what I did.
Like, "Oh, he's a teacher."
Yeah, and they even asked what I did, and they were laughing. They were made me feel at home. Where
Of course.
back in the day, it was way different back in the day too.
Yeah.
So they would make us feel like, yo, like we are not like we're gonna
Right.
get strict by fucking lightning right now.
And on that note, I'm going to say also too. So, Jasmine and I, we have an entrepreneur coach. She's on Forbes magazine. She's like Huffington Post. She's worldwide. And I've been in her training program for learning to build your business for women, entrepreneurship. And we've been in her program going on like 7-8 years. And every year, like, she's never judged me. And mind you, her, like we said earlier, right? Her husband's a pastor.
Yeah.
And most people in the program are like born again Christians. And every single woman is so fucking supportive of me.
yeah,
They're like, "We believe in you. You got this.
You
What's
love
your
that.
dream? You're gonna make this happen." Like, and I think that's the beautiful part is the people that walk what they preach.
exactly.
Oh, yeah.
That God's love is unconditional.
Exactly, because a lot of people, yeah, because a
I
lot
got
of
chills on
people,
that one.
a lot of people, they're what I'm saying. Oh, if you're not like this, then you can't get God's love. No, God's love is for everybody, no matter
Yes.
what. If you read the Bible, he, what I'm saying, he was with the taxpayer or the taxes and the was the woman at the well and like the prostitutes, and he hung out with all
Mary
them.
Magdalene was his
Yeah.
best friend. She was a prostitute.
Exactly. So I'm saying that's what I'm
His
saying.
best friend was a prostitute.
That's
Come
what I'm
on.
saying. Like so people.
You know why? Because he knew that those were the realest motherfuckers in the room.
Amen.
It really is.
Well, no, without a doubt, definitely. There are other people.
Seriously.
The other, Other people probably hiding what they did because we all sin, we all do our thing. But there's some people that
I
show
don't
it.
sin.
There's there's some people that show it.
I do.
And then there's some people that don't. But we're gonna take some time right now to pay some bills real quick.
Ooh, hello tips. Shout out.
we gotta
my new
we gotta
gear.
we gotta do some
Yeah, yeah.
sponsorship because we.
All I
way
know is
past
I'm
our-
always super duper excited to get new
here's
gear.
my shot glass. We got to shout out and welcome Hollow Tips.
Hello tips.
We appreciate you guys. Make
I
sure you
love
guys
my new
go.
gear.
And as a matter of fact, Ariel, open up that
I don't know how. I don't.
the package right there, the Hollow Tips, and you know what I'm saying. They got the other one too. The amazing smoke and apparel. Shout out to 448G. So Hitman Ralphie. We appreciate you guys. They just signed on to do another 3 episodes with us. Shout out to AV Justice, my lawyers. Anybody who needs DUI, if you have sexual harassment at the crib or at work at the crib. If you got sexual harassment at the crib, you got problems. Shout out to Sage. You know what I'm saying? Letting us come and record here. They always doing shit here on the weekends. Make sure y'all show some love. And Tuesdays, most Tuesdays, we'll be here recording. So you come have a drink, have some food. Shout out to Larry. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker, he do that shit at Playhouse. Shout out to Shop at Family Sports, my boy Han Woo. Go over there. We filmed there last week. You can go get there a bunch of clothes,
Get your new gear.
bunch of different shit. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate everybody that shows us love, who reposts, who posts. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know
Thank
what
you. And man.
I don't smoke either.
I don't smoke either.
I'll smoke it. I'll
right,
smoke
my
it.
bad.
Give it to me. I want to
You
look
smoke?
cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm like, I want to
do
look
everything.
cool. Give me.
I might do everything. I'll blow some
I
coke
can't
up your
smoke.
asshole. I'll
He
blow some
does
coke up your
anal.
asshole and all
I
that
wish
shit.
I could smoke. If I could smoke, like I wouldn't even have to take sleeping pills. I've been taking sleeping pills since I was 26.
Really?
Yeah.
Why can't you smoke?
Um,
I'm a weirdo when I smoke. Give it
Do
to
you-
me.
Jazzy,
I'm gonna
would
give
you
it to
like
me.
to tell them?
Do you get weird?
I
no.
have horrible panic attacks. Like
Oh.
literally, like bunny panic attacks.
Yeah.
I stopped smoking for a while. I used to smoke crazy, like a lot. And then I stopped smoking for a while because I started tripping out like way too much. And then now I'm back to normal again.
Well, 20 years ago when
reset.
people built, they what's it called? Planted their own little
Garden.
garden. Like 20 years ago, with like 2 or 3 hits, you were like felt like 2 or 3 shots. Now, like I take half a puff from someone's mouth, and I'm like,
Because hey, back in the day it was
That's
stress.
true.
Hey, back
For
in the day
3
it was
days,
stress.
I'm like, don't
now
have a
they
panic
make
attack.
some shit called death. You smoking that death?
I could not.
No, I'm saying the different names of
I'm like, I would die.
the different names of weed and shit.
All right.
see that already gave me anxiety.
Back at it. Let's go into some sex questions.
Are we filming? Or-
Are we back, Anthony? We're back.
Let's go back into
Back
some
from
sex
our break.
And action.
questions.
Kiara, do you have sex with any, or would you have sex with any of your fans?
Or have you?
Oh, yeah, of course.
All them motherfuckers.
But how? So
Everything has a price.
so we as earlier, Sammy and I were going over, our outline.
Wait, what'd you say? Oh, right. What was the name of that movie?
Indecent proposal.
Indecent Proposal.
I need to watch that.
Everyone has a price,
Yeah,
even the
that was a-
husbands.
Yeah, that was a good movie. Demi Moore.
Have you ever got
Richard
paid for
Gere.
sex, Sammy?
Have I?
She's like, here you go for that ass.
No. I'm on no,
That was
no,
a
not
long
like
no.
not like in like not like in like cash, but like
Right,
like
right,
in a trip, and you know what I mean.
Like she flew you out?
No, I didn't get flued out. Hey, I didn't get flued out.
Flued out? You didn't get flued out?
I didn't get flued. I got drove out. I got drove
You got
out.
drove out.
Does that count or no?
I mean, everything was free, but I didn't
paid
get like
for a
actual
trip.
money. Like I didn't go home on top. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
But you went.
Did you
you
like her,
broke
though?
even.
yeah. I don't know if I liked her. Like it was cool. Like it was like a good weekend.
I like this
but like I
story.
didn't vibe. Like I didn't have like that. Like all right, we're gonna see each other again. Like,
Right.
But Sammy was like, I know I'm here to get used.
No,
It was fun, like for the moment.
yeah, it was fun for the moment,
Yeah.
and it was not like one of those like I would have wasted my own money to come.
Right. I've had the same moments where like, and that's not even work.
yeah. No,
I'm talking about like, you know, personal life where someone's like, hey, you want to come over here for the weekend? And my kind of thing is like, obviously, like, I mean, I get hit up by NBA players, NFL players, like fucking
Which
government
NFL
officials,
players?
you know? And I'm kind of like, okay, but some people pay, some people don't.
Yeah.
The ones that don't, they'll be like, well, come on down. I got you. What? I'm like, and
Yeah. Like you got what?
no. And I always say, okay, and what am I going to get out of it?
Yeah.
And they're like, what do you mean? They're like, well, I don't pay. And I'm like, well, then I don't play.
I just had a conversation.
I really don't. Like, I get it. Like, maybe if I'm a groupie or maybe I'm really young
Yeah.
and like I want to post
For
that
the
I'm in this
experience.
other place and I'm at a basketball game because it's cool. You know, some girls do that. My thing is like, for me, like I've been there, done that. Like,
Yeah. I
like,
got a
I'm not
question.
gonna give up free pussy. Period.
Yeah, I got a good
to be
question
a
for you.
groupie.
And we talked about this on your when I was on your episode. Garoppolo, Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
Garoppolo. Yo,
And they're about to hit fucking the Super Bowl. How about that? I fucking declared it, and bam.
wait. Oh, so you're going for the 49ers?
Well, hold on. They haven't hit the Super Bowl in how long, you guys?
I don't know how long.
And over like
I
10
don't
years.
follow
I'm not a 49er fan.
Okay. So anyways, the 49ers, I guess supposedly before him been shit. Like they haven't hit
Since Montana and
Super
then-
Bowl in like 15,
think it-
20
yeah.
years. And
Kaepernick.
Kaepernick took them to the Super Bowl? Oh, okay.
49ers?
What year was that? He is a sports dude, so I don't know.
Oh, yeah, what year was that? Exactly.
So that's like 10
All right,
years.
all right,
11
all
years.
right.
Okay, so the whole thing is this when the whole scandal came out about me and him like going on the date is I'm always gonna do something positive and honestly shit you not.
So you put that good juju
no,
on
but
him.
honestly, hold on. I just got the other day came back from Turks and Caicos, 15-hour fucking flight. 9-day hangover, not in the fucking
9-day
mood.
hangover.
Like
I saw the interview from
I had a
TMZ.
hoodie on, like to hide the hoodiness, because I know whenever you walk out of American Airlines, fucking paparazzis are just waiting for somebody to pop out.
Yeah.
I literally had the hoodie over the hoodie, and I sat down like at my little place, and I had all my like 4 luggages hiding me, and shit you not, there was like a 2-minute delay where my ride was like I'm about to be there. Took my hoodie off, stood up, grabbed my 4 bags, and as soon as I turned around, they're like, Kiara Mia, TMZ. And I was like,
I saw that. I saw the interview.
I was tired. tired, grumpy, hungover as fuck for 9 days. And he was like, hi. And I was like,
Hi.
but honestly, at the end of the day, they always ask me the same thing. And they were like, dude. They're like, the 49ers
You're
have
the
not.
you're the good. You're
They
his
said
good luck.
that. He's
Good
like,
juju.
the 49ers have not had a win ever. They've never been to the Super Bowl in forever.
So you got that fire.
And I told
She
them,
got that fire.
when they try to stir up this whole bullshit that like, oh, you cursed Jimmy G.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, yo, bro, no. And honestly, the minute I met him, and I say to this day, when you're in the presence of a motherfucking star, that vibration changes the whole fucking room.
Yeah.
And the minute I met him, shit you not, he had that power. He had this smile, this charisma, this energy that just like my whole vibrational frequency made me believe in my own fucking dreams.
Huh.
Damn.
And that wasn't even him talking about his dreams.
Yeah.
That was just him being him. So I was like, you're a fucking star. You were born a star. Like
I love
whatever
that.
room you walk into, you're gonna be a star. It don't
Yeah.
matter. Like you're gonna change the whole vibration. So when they were like, well, what's up with him? I'm like, I guarantee and mind you too, like I have my own little psychic like feelings.
Yeah.
But I swear to God, I said, watch. He's gonna take him to the Super Bowl. Just watch. I declared that. That was 2 years ago, and they were like, "Oh, you cursed him. Fuck that."
Yeah,
Because he dated
yeah.
a porn star. Da-da-da. And guess what? Right now, he's taking them. This next
They got
game
Yeah.
is taking them to the Super Bowl.
They gotta win. They gotta win this next game. Then
Yes,
then
to make the
after-
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And that's the
Put it out
farthest
there.
they've ever come. And it's all like obviously the whole entire team. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. I'm going for Green Bay personally.
Oh, see,
You
I
know,
didn't even know who the team was.
I don't follow football.
My
at
boy
all.
Mercedes Lewis, you know what I mean? He out there at Green Bay, so I got to go with my boy.
Green Bay, what
Green Bay Packers.
city is that? Is that a city or a state?
No,
Green Bay, I don't know.
it's Green
Wisconsin.
Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are they from?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
I
Is
just
that a
looked
state?
that up.
Wisconsin?
Yeah,
State?
it's a state.
I don't even know my
Wisconsin?
states no more, but come
Who's
on.
ever heard of Wisconsin?
I love
And
it.
how are they winning over LA or
They in
California?
LA shit.
I'm saying California though. Like, come on, California, we on game.
Yeah.
How's Wisconsin winning
No, that's the
California?
Niners.
I don't know. Because
Yo,
they play in
what-
the snow and shit. That's why.
How was? Did you put it on him? On him? You put that fire on him?
She
You
put
put
that fire
you
on
put that
him.
good juju on him?
She did.
Honestly, he put it on me.
What's his number?
What's his number?
What's his number?
Yo,
Bro,
hey.
First guy to
Can you
ever
put
make
it
me
on
tap
me?
out. I've never ever
Never
tapped
mind.
out.
I'm busy that
ever.
day.
Motherfucker's a stallion.
I be tapping out all the
most
time.
energy
He
I've
made you
ever
tap
met out
out.
of any youngin. And you don't want to know another random fact is he's the 5th Scorpio I've ever dated whose birthday was November 5th.
Ooh,
No,
what?
second.
Who
November
else? 'Cause I
2nd.
heard this story. Who else is your?
What?
Well, other people, I mean, they're not famous, but
No, but I know. I know. I remember we talked about this before. Who else is the Scorpios? Isn't your baby dad?
no.
Oh, no,
That was the last guy I was dating.
my bad. Yeah.
Not my baby daddy. Nah, my baby daddy's
No, you
Libra.
gave me. I thought it was. Oh, my bad. I was drunk.
Nah,
No,
was the
but
last
you gave
loser.
me. You gave me the last loser. No,
I'm
you.
like,
I
gotta
remember
tell me
talking
who
about
it was.
this.
I need to know.
Oh, little
That's
secrets.
what I thought so.
Secrets.
Everybody knows who it is.
I was like, that's who I thought you were gonna say. Okay.
I'm gonna just claim like I never even dated him.
No, I remember you.
Who?
showed up.
Grappolo?
No.
No. The last guy she's
Oh.
talking about. She popped up with him, and I was like, oh,
The last goofy motherfucker.
I was like her little toy.
My new word for guys is goofy. You goofy.
You goofy. You
Like
goofy
you
big
goofy.
head.
Like
man.
I feel like to even be like you're a loser, like that's above goofy. Imagine me calling you goofy. Like what an insult. Right? At least you're like, oh fuck that nigga.
Some
fuck
dudes like that
man,
shit.
Fuck that homie. Fuck
No,
that
but
fool.
I think goofy.
But
I
when I'm
literally
like,
think
fuck
you're
that
a
goofy.
goofy looking.
Yeah.
That makes you
It's
just
like, yo, I'm goofy. Hey, the guys from the Bay, they're like, oh, that's goofy. They start getting.
Go,
It's like,
Is that a
Go,
is that a big
No,
word?
I'm just saying, I don't know.
Now, that's not my new word.
I like it.
At first I'll be like, I don't even know who you're talking about.
Oh man. Okay, so I got another question for you. How do regular men approach you?
You know what? I feel like with Kiara, you can be just regular with her. Like she's that real. But
Honestly, that's interesting.
Yo.
I
Okay, so hold on.
Go.
So what should we call it?
oh no,
Me and her were talking
You
earlier.
Put me on blast.
Hey,
I'm like,
no, we were
wait.
talking earlier.
I'm
We're
like,
like,
wait.
how do men? I was laughing at some of these questions, and we were like, yo, how do a regular man approach you?
see that? Can we scroll through that?
No. This was our personal shit.
Yeah, we were like
Hold on.
talking.
Hey, pour me up too. You're like, how do regular men approach you? We're like, you be an Uber driver.
We're like her pizza man.
You be a pizza man. Like, all your sex scenes.
We're like, clearly you haven't seen her OnlyFans.
Hey,
You gotta
be
be
at
the
the
pool
bar
boy.
by her house.
Didn't you meet her at the market?
Be the pool boy.
Be the pool boy. Like,
Okay, she really knows them. She said the market. I've only done one market scene.
see, I know them. I follow my girl. I'm a
No.
fan.
But that one was really good, was it not?
It was good.
It actually
It was
looked
good.
like I was in the market, bored, and I was trying to get a drink because I broke up with my boyfriend.
She was like, "What alcohol am I gonna buy?"
And I was like, "You guys know I love tattoos." And the guy in front of me had tattoos, and I was like, "Oh, there's a guy with tattoos. I'm vulnerable. I'm missing my ex. I need to smash him."
You're vulnerable.
See, I know.
Vulnerable.
Vulnerable.
Yeah, I've never
Vulnerable.
like gone on your OnlyFans, but I see your stories that you
No,
leave
yeah,
up.
that-
Obviously,
and then I go, "See what happens? Swipe up next."
yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I
Oh,
mean, you
me and my
gotta be her
girlfriend.
personal
Me and my
trainer.
girlfriend went to the bar, and let's see what happens.
I met this random guy.
Wait, you know how I knew that was a seller? The whole reality, like literally, like I tell people, like my phone and just snapping stuff that looks real.
Yeah.
Like, cause mind you, like we could get like professional people to
Yeah,
edit
yeah,
it, like
yeah, yeah.
Brazzers
The
or
best- yeah.
you know, Reality Kings, stuff for that. And trust me, that shit sells. But when you're doing like some reality shit you not, like I swear to God, that first night I ever was like just trying to do something. And honestly, no lie, I had a bad day. I needed a fucking drink. And I honestly didn't want to do the scene. But I was like, so the guy was like, what's up? And he got here. And I was like, I'm gonna go to the bar real quick. Like, I'm thinking like,
I need to get drunk a little bit.
Like, I was thinking like, I had a bad day. Like, we get out my head first, and then we could do our scene.
But this is real.
This is real.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Right now we're
Yeah,
real,
yeah.
right? So he was like, I don't give a fuck, cool. So I said, how about we play? I broke up with my boyfriend, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the bar by myself and drown my sorrows away. And he was like, okay, cool. Like he was in the car, like he was sitting like right next to me, and I was like, pretending I'm driving. I was like, hey, like. So
I really
sad.
hit up on guys like that though.
No, so what's interesting is.
I'm like, I really go to
Shit,
the bar
you
by
not. I
myself.
probably had 6 girlfriends, like BFF girlfriends, not just like Instagram girls.
Yeah.
Literally, like, what the fuck, bitch? You went out last night without me, and you were sad. What the fuck? I could have been there. We could have met that guy together. Who was that guy you smashed?
They believe
And
it.
I literally was like, you believed it?
Yo,
They're like,
that's
what?
funny.
I was like, dude, that was the scene. They're like, shut up. I'm like, I swear. They're like, they're like, dude, that shit was
Yeah.
so real. And even to like a few days later, because I kept reposting
because
it
that's
over and over
so
again.
something you would do.
No, okay.
She would.
No, I got a question. Do you make more money now, like doing your OnlyFans, all your personal shit, than doing more scenes with like Brazzers and doing more scenes with Reality Kings?
100 times more money.
Because
And-
it's because you're benefiting off of everything.
and on that note is shit. 2020, 19, 18. So 2018, yeah, March of February 2018, I even stopped escorting.
Mm.
Right? And then this whole OnlyFans and private Snapchat came out. And I just ended up like, because I was retired for so long in the
Yeah.
industry, I was just like, because girls that are retired from porn are secretly
doing escorting.
You know what I mean? Like it's called under the radar. So that's kind of what I was doing. And then when I heard about this, I was like, I
Yeah.
don't have to escort? Like, there's girls on Instagram making 50, 60K a month just shaking their tits.
Yeah. Okay, I got.
And I'm like, bro, you don't have to suck a dick.
You got me fucked up.
Yeah, I have a question.
Because
So-
the big companies, like, they want you to suck a dick and do a fucking DP and anal for $1,000.
Ooh, that's it.
And that's what.
So they're probably pissed about the whole, but all you guys,
yeah.
all you guys doing your own shit, because one of my favorites is Lena Rhodes.
Which one?
Lena Rhodes, Lana Rhodes.
Oh yes.
But whatchamacallit, I see that she does a lot of her shit now is
her
same
own,
thing.
her own stuff. Yeah.
And a lot of people it's all their own shit. They're not really, only the new girls are really doing.
Well, because the promo comes, like, if you're a new girl, you want to get on the Brazzers website.
Yeah.
Because when they shout you out,
Yeah,
like
You get a
your
following.
name's gonna
Everywhere.
blow up.
Yeah,
Everything's
for sure.
promotion. Yeah. Everything's branding.
branding is everything. You got to
and sustainability. So I always tell the new girls coming in who I actually do talk to is sustainability means you have to make your name last.
Yeah.
You can't be like came in and in 3 months I did a gangbang and then like you did a gangbang in 3 months. I can guarantee you in a year no one will ever remember your name.
Yeah. You got to wait.
There has to be, like we call it, the law of supply and demand.
Right.
Come in, do girl for a few years.
Yeah.
And all the companies be like, whoa, your fans are like, I need a boy girl. I need a
Yeah.
boy girl.
Yeah,
I need to see
build
suck
it
your dick.
up.
You're like, I'll think about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I'm that type of girl. But you know you are.
Which
Right? You know you are. Come on.
You are.
But we're selling it.
Yeah.
We're selling the fantasy, right?
For
So
sure.
then when Brazzers, Jules Jordan, like all these big companies, honestly, you should do your first girl or your first boy girl or DP with them because their fucking membership is beyond my membership.
Right.
So the thing is, you want your name out there.
Yeah.
But what I learned in my first couple years was I shot exclusively 1 or 2 videos only a month. But I hung out, like the whole girls I hung out with were such big name girls.
Yeah.
Like I became big part of the girls band. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it really was about, I didn't have to shoot 400 films in 1 year. I only had to shoot 40
Yeah.
compared to 400.
Yeah.
Do you mean? But I had the same impact because everything is a law of supply and demand.
Definitely.
There's less of me, so you want more of me. And that's how. I mean.
Yeah, when I
that's
look
just
you up, there's
economics.
not too many videos that come up.
Oh no! You know what's funny? People are like,
When I look
why
you
am
up.
I gonna? No, people tell me they're like, why am I gonna join your OnlyFans or your private Snapchat? You're on, the other free places. I'm like, haha, cute. I'm like, do
You want
me
to
a
know which
favor.
one I've always
Wait,
looked up?
no,
Was Keeping Up with Kiara Mia. I've looked that up, like, yo, and always try to find it. I've never found it.
you can't. You can't.
Yeah, you cannot find it.
I have 3 assistants that run that page. That literally every single day, every morning, 8 a.m. The minute they try to put any of my stuff that I produce,
Not
on
that
there
I
for
try to
free,
look for you, see you fucking and
course
shit.
not. Of course not.
No, I do. I look.
But it's funny because people come on my OnlyFans. I'm like, bro, you just paid $5 to be on my OnlyFans, and he's like, why am I gonna pay $50 for this scene? I'm like, because you can't find it anywhere.
Yeah, no,
And he's like, no, I can. I'm like, okay, go ahead. I'm like, I'll give you 24 hours.
yo, and no
can't.
joke.
They come back
like,
24 hours and like, wow,
Buy it, no.
well, there's other stuff. I'm like, bro, that's 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I was half the weight, half the size, half the breast, and half the ass. If you want to watch the same 10 videos for the next 10 years of your life, then go ahead.
And that's
Enjoy that.
Yo, and that's crazy because I really did for a long time. Like, I've been friends with you for a minute. And that's the one that I was like, yo, like I want to see that one. Yo, I was really keeping up with Kiara Mia because the way you promoted that one and the way you branded it, like, yo, I was like, yo, that actually looks like fucking dope because it was.
And honestly, you know where I learned that? My entrepreneur coach. I've actually go to trainings for sales, marketing,
Nice.
advertising, and my entrepreneur coach where she's so specific. Who she's been in Forbes, magazine, who's a born again Christian. And mind you, like my main thing is because I'm going into the whole sex coaching thing.
Right.
So it's obviously not for my porn, but of course I'm playing it to my porn.
No, no, go ahead.
But everything is scarcity. Like you can't find my shit out there. And honestly, like you want to masturbate. If you're a Kiara Mia fan, I'm talking about my Kiara Mia fans.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you fuck with me, like you've been masturbating to the same 5 videos for 10 years. That's boring. Like who wants to fuck the same bitch for 5 years?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're gonna get bored.
Husbands.
Damn.
Yeah, my husbands.
You're just
The
gonna get
faithful
bored.
husbands.
Period. Like there needs to be variety.
Right.
When I have over 80 brand new videos since then. 80.
Yeah.
80. And they were with even Instagram girls who aren't porn stars, but like we still gonna
Even Ariel.
pretend.
Yeah, that's what I decided this year. I'm not going to do anything hardcore. So I have like hardcore. I probably have like maybe 8 videos. And I'm like, that's because of scarcity. I'm like, I'm not.
Yeah,
Gonna
we
do
need to get
anything
the
hardcore
we need to get the sex toy sponsor so
Yeah.
that way you can fuck with sex toys. And then let me speak about my sex toy experiment. So I got the during Christmas I got the so I got a pocket
Seriously.
pussy. I got a pocket pussy
Uh-huh.
and it was like
From some
I love
Instagram
it.
girl.
yeah
Well,
from some
it was-
Instagram girl.
She didn't send it to him.
Yeah, she didn't send it to me. I want it on a
Someone got it for
the white
White
elephant.
elephant.
Oh,
And a white
shut
elephant
up.
shit. Yeah.
I love that.
And then
game.
so me
I love it. Let's play. Let's play.
I always buy my own present that I know I'm gonna. I always
Right? Me
I
too.
know I'm gonna
But
pick it.
I
Presents, I know I'm
do
gonna
that
pick it.
too. Like I do that too.
Yo, so you want to know what my white elephant present was?
What?
It was Molly. There was some coke in there. There was weed. There was weed blunts. There was condoms. It was the party pack. It was like fucking amazing.
Hilarious.
Everybody's like, yo, I want that one.
I had a friend and she was like a virgin till 25. And I remember telling her, let's sell that shit on eBay. And she was like so mad. So her 26th birthday, I bought her a bunch of condoms.
Yo, hold on.
She's like, fuck you.
Yo, let me tell you. So you know how my Instagram, I don't care. Like you can get spiritual shit, you get some random
Yeah.
funny shit, you get some whole
everything.
shit,
You left and
everything
right.
on my shit. Like, but whatchamacallit, so I was like, yo, like this is what I got. You know what I'm saying? It's a lonely night. Yo, I'm about to take her for a ride. You know what I'm saying? I'll let you guys
Does
know.
it come with like a free CD or a free video?
Nah.
Nah.
It was just
by itself.
yeah, it was just by a picture of her in the front, and then
So
whatchamacallit.
you get the like.
And it was supposed to be,
sanitize the
it was supposed to
photo?
be the shape of her pussy, whatever.
Yeah, I get. Yeah.
And
Supposed to buy her
whatchamacallit.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, and then whatchamacallit. And then I guess whatever. I looked for some of her shit, and there was nothing, so I couldn't like picture none of it.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
does
telling
it
you,
match?
her and her man are very fucking smart when it comes to business.
Yeah, I've
So
heard. So they
they're-
just like you, they take off their.
There's no, not even that. So I have people that just take my stuff down. They filed a court suit
Oh shit!
that literally means her name can never be posted anywhere
Damn.
on all of the search engines.
Dang, that's crazy.
So like my stuff was to pop up, but
Yeah,
within,
yeah.
because every day at 8 a.m. I have a new my bitch is like taking my shit down.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna be up for too long. But her, she literally has a court something. I don't know what it is, but she has if you try to even search her name, everything says taken down because of this court thing. Da da da.
Damn.
Like you can't even post her shit for free.
Wow.
It has to be like some random person saying, "Hey, here's a random Instagram.
So
Just
she
go
had to
look."
pay some like extra shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, that's
Well,
crazy.
she promotes that she's like the number one highest paid.
She really is though.
Instagram
She
model.
really is. She
Yeah,
I think she
what-
was on Forbes magazine.
I
About
mean, I took
that.
it for a ride. It was
Nice.
cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I threw a little oil up in that bitch and fucking send it.
Well,
like,
yeah.
Okay, so
You
honestly,
gotta
so
wet
at
the
that
slip
point when you're
inside.
doing that with the little toy, like, what are you thinking of to even get you to that point?
I'm watching some other porn.
Oh, okay.
I'm watching some other
and
bitch.
what do you Google to watch?
Dude, okay, so
What's your-
there's-
Yeah,
Like,
what's yours?
honestly.
What's your?
No,
You know what?
I told her what it was. Like, I'm
When I
always,
go on- if
I always
I've
keep it
ever
real.
been on a date with a guy, I'll ask. I'll be like, what porn category do you watch? And one time I was on a date with a guy, and I was having a great time. He was dope, and I'm like, built up to the. I don't just randomly like, I'll take a water. And what kind of porn do you watch? Like,
I
it came up.
I kind of feel like, what number porn star am I on your list, bitch?
Right? Yo.
1, 2, or 3?
I ease into it, and he's like, "Oh, I like to watch gangbangs." And I'm like, "I got to go." My mom's calling me.
Yo, my shit is
I was scared.
stepmoms.
Yeah,
Hey,
wrong.
my stepmoms. Dude.
That's how Sammy
Yes.
Sam fantasizes about me low key because he's like, I can see you doing a stepmom.
Yo, I
And
told her
was
that
like,
earlier.
wait, he told me that, and I was like, "Ew, my kid's little." And he's like, "No, not your kid, like his kid." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I could see me doing that too. Then you're right."
Oh,
Dude.
I never thought that point of view.
Yeah.
Right? That's why I was
yo,
like, my
wait, what
kid,
you
ew.
looking at? No, like, yo, like.
Oh, wait. Oh,
So
no,
like say
no.
my
Like if I was dating like an older
I could
guy.
look at it. I could look at it like that right now because obviously my dad's dead. So you know what I'm saying? Like say my dad had a girl.
I
Like
think your
say
dad's in his chunk like this smack in his head right now.
You're
Hey,
gonna say
asshole.
your dad
Hey,
like that.
yeah. Well, no, but like if he had a girl and then you know what I'm saying,
mother.
and then he wasn't putting it down, and then she comes
She
in,
wants
and
you.
I'm in the room like catch me jacking off. Oh, I'm sorry. And then she's like, no, it's okay. Your dad
Keep
hasn't been
going.
doing me right.
Oh my god, I hate you,
But
Sammy
yo,
Sam.
hey, you know, I have a meme that says nobody, and then it says Pornhub stepmoms. They're walking into the room.
Wow.
I hate
my
you.
God. Okay, I got before we go.
It's like, and I'm uncomfortable.
You make Kiara feel like
My childhood issues are coming up right now.
you know you did a
Oh,
good
man,
one
mine's
on
bad,
her.
my
Take
bad,
a shower.
my bad. Okay,
Nah,
so I got the last questions before we wrap up. Yo, this went by fast. It's fucking.
Wait. Do we have to end early or no?
No, we don't. No, we can keep going because these
while.
questions. My
It's
next
been a while.
questions are. They'll keep it a
Because
little
I
bit.
have 2 questions for both of you after
Oh,
this.
Oh, we're like oh
I've never been asked a
yeah.
But I like this. Ask me questions.
Yeah. So when I want to promote you a little bit. So you have tours coming up.
Might not want to promote that publicly.
All right. So
But I am doing meet and greets in
you have
New
meet and
York.
greets in New York.
Dates March 31st through April 6th. I'll be in New York meeting my fans.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay. So okay. All right. I'm a yo. Hey. So if somebody wants to book Coach.
Oh, coaching. Okay, so coaching. Um, unleashyoursexy.com,
Yeah.
which is available to couples, men or women, where I honestly, truly get to sit with a couple, or I get to sit with the wife or the husband, and we get to discuss deepening the sexual intimacy, the spirituality, and the vulnerability that comes with sex. But it comes first with, it gets really deep because at the end of the day, whoever's non-sexual in the relationship,
Yeah.
there's issues that they're dealing with. So we have to heal. Not we.
That's what I always say.
That person has to heal their shit
Yeah.
before they could be intimate with you.
This is what I've been. This is what you personally. I've been promoting myself as what. Not promoting myself. I don't promote it, but like I told her, I'm like 36, 37 days sober. No, sober of no sex.
Is that the word? Sober?
Yeah,
Wait,
right.
I literally had 3 years, almost 3 years sober of alcohol and drugs, but I think it was 2 days away from my 3-year anniversary.
I think it was the same with me.
And it was a breakup.
Ooh.
It was a breakup, and
Hey, ding, 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 same. Hey, same.
Is this a
but
porn
mind
scene?
you, like I had 2.5 years strong in Alcoholics Anonymous. Like I was a circuit speaker. Like
Damn.
I was like everywhere. I had like 9 sponsee girls.
Did you
walking
follow
in.
me when I was going through my sobriety?
I kind of saw it, but because of Instagram's
yeah, the whatever, yeah. So
what's
I
it
was
called?
going
algorithm.
Yeah,
I heard about it, and I've been there.
yeah.
So I think at some point I was like, okay, like
I know it.
I
what it
kind of
is.
like just skip through it to see like, because honestly, a lot of times people try to come into sobriety, but they really don't last.
Yeah.
And for me, I think drug addiction.
Well, that was for me. It was a little bit of everything. So yeah, I went sober on everything. I went cold turkey, and obviously
you didn't go through any meetings.
no.
Nothing?
I went cold turkey. Like I went to church. I was a big church boy.
Okay.
And then so
Which I won't agree. I won't disagree with, because remember we're talking about churches.
yeah.
So I was brought up at a church called Victory Outreach,
Yeah.
which is known for gang members,
Yeah,
drug
yeah.
addiction, alcoholics. Like, that's what they're known for.
Yeah.
For like that's their target audience to recruit.
Yeah.
So like I was like, okay, like I got the whole thing about it. So like I was like, okay, like I already knew what you were going through, and I've been there. So I was like you have to go through the process.
But see, you want to know what the difference is? So I kind of grew up almost like my grandpa's an old gangster, a gangster from Little Valley and in East LA, and you know what I'm saying, he's one of the original members, and like so my grandpa, the way his mind frame of dealing with the church was way different, like old school, you know what I'm saying, like like it was just different. And I thought I'd never go back to church and go back to even thinking about anything with the church because of my experiences that I've had or whatever. And then my daughter, my good old daughter,
Aw.
baby Harmony,
And
she
tell you everything. Honestly, to this day, everything's about my daughter.
yeah. Oh, you know,
Everything.
everybody knows you follow me, you don't, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody knows my daughter is my everything. Like, she controls my life. Yeah, we started the show and she called and we had to stop the show because I had to pray with her. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just what it is.
Yeah.
But she was getting me to my mom's a big church person still. And so when I'd be out partying Saturday nights, my mom would have her. Sunday mornings they go to church. So all right, drop her off after church, and my daughter loves church so much. Daddy, you need to start coming to church. You need to start going. So I started going with her, and the next thing you know what I'm saying, like they started hitting me, like the preaching started like man, you talking to me today, Jesus? Like what? Yeah, but it was amazing. Then one day, like things were just like all right, I need to chill out. Then I was like, all right, I'm gonna go 30 days. No, without drinking and doing drugs. And this literally went from one night we shut down Sam's, like my boy shut down Sam's, like done. Like nobody's ever shut down Sam's besides Quentin Tarantino. Stop jumping from girl to girl to girl to girl and allow yourself to fucking heal. If you don't allow yourself to fucking heal, how are you gonna be able to fucking treat that girl and fucking show her the world? You're just gonna be bringing trash to trash and being trash, and that girl is gonna be trash.
And why isn't Sammy wiped up? We don't know.
I'm just saying, we gotta stop being trash to these girls and start being men. Fucking alcohol.
Yep.
Dear editor, I need a copy of that exact moment.
With that,
Hey.
this was Booty and the Beast podcast.
Yo,
Let's
we
wrap it
love
up.
y'all. Thank you guys to our podcast. Thank you guys.
Thank you,
Kiara.
Kiara,
Thank you all to our
for
podcast.
being
Thank you to our sponsors.
Yes, our
Thank you to
sponsors.
Kiara. Yo, this was an amazing show. Thank you guys. Tune
Love
in.
you.
Hey, repost us and fucking show some love,
Please.
fucking haters. Hey, y'all act like you guys can't post us because you're not supposed to be listening to us.